All right, how are you doing there? My name is Tom Rolley for System.io, and I was on a business call this morning with a couple of my brothers out of Wake Up Warrior, and this issue came up. It was a very interesting issue. Most of the men are entrepreneurs running businesses, and I'm really big into systems and processes, and some of them aren't. And I was like, man, how can you be so excited about this stuff? Like, where's the benefit? Like, this is not entrepreneurial. This is not the creative experience. Like, this is the boring, grindy part of business. But a situation occurred where it was like, hey, this is why systems and processes in your business actually make a massive difference. And that is that one of the men had a team member poached by Google. Well, not poached, but they were recruited by Google. They got hired by Google, and they're like, look, love your company, but hey, I'm out of here. I'm making a move for it. I'm going to make a move for Google. And he's like, cool. Okay, I get it. But he was like, you know what? I'm not really into these systems and process. And so when she left, guess what happened? Like everything that she had learnt and improved and discovered, all of those things also went with her straight out the door. And I suppose like he could call her up and say, hey, you know, what was one or two of the big breakthroughs that you had? And she might remember those, perhaps. But any small breakthroughs, any small improvements, and most likely the big ones too, all go out the door with her. Like literally just leave with her. Like as she leaves, nothing gets left in that business. Like it, essentially he was purely paying for her to do the work. And what I want to let you know is that there would have been a way if he was more into systems and processes and she actually updated or improved or tweaked the processes for her role, that when she left, there was actually a legacy of investment and a small portion of that hourly money that went into her day, into her payment, into her wage, actually ended up as an asset in the business. And it might have been only 1% or 2%, maybe 5% of this money of the hour. Let's say that she was getting paid $20 an hour just for ease of numbers, and it's 5%. So that's going to be what, about $1? $1 an hour actually made it into the business as a long-term investment into an asset called the systems and processes. And this is actually pretty critical. This has some serious effects on the long-term business. Not so much in the day-to-day, you might not notice it very much, but in the long term, particularly if there's a culture where this is the default behavior, where everybody knows that their life gets better by using systems and processes, but also the business gets better as a whole. It becomes more valuable because people are actually doing this on a consistent basis. And so she leaves, and he's now stuck in this interesting position, which is, hey, I'm not into systems and processes. So the next hire for that person coming on to replace this girl that left for Google, guess what? The onboarding experience is less effective. He has to manually teach her, like in terms of to guide her and say, hey, this is how the job is. It has to be done by voice, by teaching, which is okay. It's great, but it's slow and it doesn't scale. And also it means that the handover is slower. It's like, oh, where are these people up to? Where was this work when that employee left, when that team member left? The handover to the new team member is poorer because there's going to be less documentation. It's like, well, where did she keep her files? I don't really know. We didn't have a place for those. And just like the laundry example from yesterday, it's like, oh, why was she keeping the laundry in the kitchen? And those files might even be on her computer. And it's like, man, you got our files for the business on your personal computer and we don't have them backed up because it's not in the cloud. Like this may or may not be happening. Hopefully they're in the cloud so that the files are available, but it could be that there was stuff left on her desktop that she didn't routinely have uploaded to the cloud. And so therefore that stuff also went out the window. So not only the learnings and the discoveries and the improvements not getting translated into process documentation for the next team member, but also there could well have been actual work that went out, and now perhaps he's got to chase it up. It's like, oh, look, by the way, I know you haven't worked here for 3 weeks, but we're missing the client file. Do you happen to have it? I mean, it's an awkward conversation to have. It's not a big deal. It can easily be done. But nonetheless, it represents, once again, an issue of a business that is not taking systems and processes to see their true potential, their true value. Like, why would someone be excited about it? Because it means that business can grow. That business can actually have more people come on, and it thrives. And if it's competing against a competitor that is disorganized and does not value systems and processes, then it will have a strategic advantage. And that $1 per hour out of the payment for their wage actually goes into building a business that can grow faster and stronger, because this is the culture. And so that really is the lesson, that your team is not just doing the work that you pay them for each day, but they are in a small way contributing to build the asset of the business that is the systems and processes. So look, if this is something that you know is an important issue for you, and you're like, you know what, I get that this is important, I get that I should have systems and processes, but either you've read the books and they haven't led you to like, oh my goodness, how do I actually do this? Or you're just like, I have no time. I have so many fires going on that if I pull my attention away from dealing with the day-to-day fires, then there will be no business. Like, we're running on the edge and we need to get this on point. If you've got as something for me, this is you, then you need to head over to systemio.dev, pop in your name, pop in your email address, and it will take you through to a training that will help you look at this systems issue, see how critical it is, not just in the short term for putting out the fires, but also the long-term benefits to your business for you to scale beyond 1 to 3 million in revenue, way up to however far you want to go. All right, that's all I got for you today. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll catch you soon. Bye.